Calcium. Here. So we're live. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning. Good
yes.
morning. Good morning.
Oh, yes. It is Wednesday. Yes, it's Wednesday. Today's a good day. Today is actually going to be a rainy day, I believe.
Hope so.
That's okay. That's okay.
I haven't had time to go wash my car, so I'm really hoping we get some rain so I don't have to wash my car.
Oh, that guy on the weather, like, it's funny you say that because the guy on the weather news channel, what's his name? Will. He's like, oh, so he always talks about, oh, you don't have to wash your car. Anyways, I digress. There we go. Nice. Okay. So I just love springtime though. I can't help it. It's like, even just putting the dogs out this morning at early morning, it was still nice and warm out. I could go to my house coat in my slippers with, still on the snow a little bit, but it was just so nice.
Oh, your older neighbors would really like you going out in the house coat, right?
Yeah, no, it's pretty sheltered back there. I wouldn't want to scare them first thing in the morning. Wendy!
Oh, that's so funny.
Lady again in her house coat.
That crazy lady. Yes, so good, so good. Like yesterday was a good day, and today is going to be even better. I've got a big to-do list here, so
it is. It's a busy time of year too, isn't it? Even with the spring but it's a good thing. It's a busy because, well, it's a good thing we're full of energy because it is a busy time of year. That's what I was trying to say.
I'm trying to still, I don't know. I really don't want to purge the basement, but I do. It's a continual thing.
Yeah, I was going to say it's an ongoing thing, isn't it?
It's an ongoing thing, and it's in layers. Anyways, I'm in the basement this morning because I thought maybe being closer to the router might help. Who knows?
It might actually.
And walked the dog already this morning.
Oh.
Yes.
I've had one coffee. That's all I did. Actually, I did a live this morning too, and just talking to some friends online, and yeah, it's been good.
I would love more coffee, but I'm trying not to. Maybe I'll wait and I'll brew some decaf. So,
well, 1 cup is okay. I've actually cut out my
cup. My 1 cup is like yay big. So that's like
a little one.
3 cups of coffee. Oh yeah.
But I've taken the cream out though. That's the thing. So that's the one. I have a plant-based creamer in there. So that was my.
You're so good. You're so good.
What do you mean?
You're so good.
I thought you said it's so good. I thought you said it's so good.
No, you're so good.
Yeah, because we're finishing off the shred today. I cut my coffee right back to 1. I'm not a big coffee drinker anyways. But instead of, eliminating it altogether, I just put in plant-based milk creamer in it, and that was my thing for shred this time around. When we do shred on a monthly basis, you just try and do baby steps, and that's all. My big focus was trying to get more sleep in, and and really cut out my dairy. I didn't say that too much, but that's what I was doing. I don't have a lot of dairy. I have a little bit of dairy, and usually it's in my coffee, and then maybe a little bit of cheese. That's about it. So that's what I did. Yep. Are you frozen?
I'm not frozen.
You've got the frozen face on.
Frozen.
It was a good frozen face. I have to admit, I've seen some.
I was looking back at some videos, and I think I make the funniest faces. Like I bite my lip a lot.
Yeah, I do too.
I go like this.
You with me, like this. Yeah.
No wonder I don't have any lips left. I bite like this all the time, squeezing the collagen right out of them.
So today we're talking about calcium.
Yes, so important. And continuing our talk on minerals. I love it.
Yeah. Calcium is actually one of those macro minerals. So, when we talk about the macro minerals or macronutrients, we're talking about the big ones. And with the macro minerals, we're talking about the big ones. So calcium, phosphorus, magnesium. These are potassium, the iron. These are the big ones. And then when we were talking yesterday about what we were talking about yesterday,
Iodine.
iodine. It's a micronutrient. Sorry, I can't remember one day. I'm lacking something. Can you tell me what I'm lacking, Dana?
Iodine.
Iodine. My brain cells are not working.
I think I said that last night to you. I thought,
Yeah.
maybe I think you're lacking some iodine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sluggish metabolism. Yep. Irritability. Well, not so much, but yeah.
No,
Anyways.
I think it was one of those things. What was I? Honestly, I can't think of what it was. Maybe I think
You
it
need
was.
iodine?
I think it was iodine. That breaking out into crying for no reason at all, other than
Well, that
menopause.
could be thyroid. That could be adrenals.
It can be
That could
adrenals.
be,
They're all connected.
yeah, they're all connected.
It's all connected. Let's not kid
Yes.
ourselves. Let's not try and deny the endocrine system.
Oh God, no.
Give it its due
can't do anything.
justice.
You try to deny it, it'll catch up with you and it'll haunt you for the rest of your life.
You gotta praise it. Praise the endocrine. Praise the endocrine. Love it. Love it. Then maybe it'll agree with us. So, anyways.
Yeah.
All is good. Today's a good day. I've already been outside. Now it's going to rain and it's going to be wonderful and it's going to wash everything nicely.
Yeah.
I love the smell of springtime rains.
That faint odor of melting dog poo and grass coming. That's my yard anyways.
That's true. I know you get through little you try and go out. Well, we try and go out. And now we're down to that. Oh, that must have been that snowfall. So then we got to go back out again. And I think James and I have to play rock, paper, scissors, right? Like we don't have kids anymore to torture. So it's like rock, paper, scissors. And I think the kids do it. Not that they ever did it in the first place. I'll hire somebody. Anybody want to come?
The thing is, I'm kind of lucky in that respect because my husband wanted the dogs. And so I was like, okay, and you want what? St. Bernards? I said, before we got them, and like, you're going to clean up the poop? Yes, dear, he says. Yeah. I got the yes, dear. And he's been pretty good. And I said, you want a second St. Bernard? Yeah. one doesn't poop enough for you? Anyways, yeah. So I've been very lucky and blessed in that respect that he does that, if nothing else.
I have to say that feeding Ashley raw food makes a massive difference in the quantity of fecal matter that is produced. Like probably 3 times the difference.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, because a lot of regular dog food just has filler in it, and that filler just goes right through them.
I walk the neighbor's dog once in a while, and it's like a elephant. Like I'm just like, where is it all coming from? Like it's anyways, it's all good. It's incredible, and that's what he does, and then we pick it up or flick it in the bush. So that's what the nice thing is with living out here in the bush. So yes. So calcium, talk to me, girl.
Well, it's one of the major, most abundant mineral in the body. I mean, for the simple fact that it's essential for the formation of bones.
Yes, it is so important.
We are nothing but water, bones, and some mush in between. That's basically what we are.
I'm going to ask you, because we talked about this yesterday. What are the side effects of taking too much calcium supplements? Not food, not plant-based, because that in most cases metabolizes out properly and your body absorbs what it needs and it gets rid of those things. Well, in a perfect world, that's what your body's supposed to be doing. But when you're forcing or taking high dose of calcium supplementation, then what is that? What are the side effects of that? Because we all know so many things. Of course, we do spinach and kale, sardines and oysters, or all these different things contain some incredible calcium supplementation, right? And we know that it's important for women over 50 to take calcium. And it's recommended by everyone to do so because we know that in the aging process, our bone mass deteriorates, right? But what are some of the side effects of actually taking not that there's anything wrong with it, I'm just playing devil's advocate this morning. But I mean, side effects of just grabbing the calcium
Yeah, and downing it
yeah,
without really
and downing
thinking
it.
about it. Yeah. Well, I mean, with a lot of minerals and vitamins and stuff, you have to really watch the toxicity levels as well too. So you got to understand, like, especially if your liver is not working up to par like it should be. Hypercalcemia is actually a thing, and it's a condition that actually comes about when you have too high levels of calcium in your blood. And from there, you can actually weaken your bones as a result. When you're taking calcium to strengthen your bones, but if you're thinking, well, more is better, in this situation, it's not, because you can actually weaken the bones as a result. I don't know the exact reasoning behind that. I know it's along the same lines of how, and maybe I shouldn't get into it, how milk actually leaches calcium from the bones as well too, or dairy products. That's a whole different subject, I guess.
But I
But
think that sort of, if there's a underlying issue of you not with a calcium, or your body's not metabolizing food properly, or that absorption link is broken, then I think that's where it runs into those processes. If you're not taking care of the root issues of inflammation or gut health in the body, then of course you're going to be running into these massive issues. Now, if you're substituting glasses of milk for glasses of water, well, girl, you got a problem, right? And same thing with coffee. Coffee is not a water, it is a diuretic. So, you really have to sort of look at the bigger picture when you're looking at drinking too much or eating too much, right? And then that's another issue as well. But I always think of milk as being that emotional food. It always reminds you of home, or it always reminds you of when you were younger, right? Having
well,
those
you come
milk.
from a farm though too,
Oh
eh?
yeah, but
But
you
I mean,
can't
I didn't,
raw,
and I get what you're saying for
yeah,
sure. I
raw
mean, my
milk.
mother swore that she was going to buy a cow when I was little, so just
Raw
because of the
milk
amount
is
of milk
much
I drank.
different. I had that question yesterday. Someone has the accessibility to get raw milk, and I'm like, well, make sure it's a clean source, and there's lots of valuable enzymes, valuable natural nutrients
Oh yeah,
in milk. And then once it goes through the pasteurization process, it actually loses it, and that's why they have to fortify it. So
yeah, that's why they have to fortify it for sure. Okay, so the other
side
thing that
effects,
with
side effects.
side effects, yeah,
Yeah.
so too much calcium can actually
Yep.
cause kidney stones as well too.
Mhm.
And if you're prone to that kind of stuff, you really want to be watching with that. And it actually can interfere in how your heart and your brain works, because this is one of those electrolytes in your body too. And when you have electrolyte imbalance, it throws off the electricity in your body, because we're very electrical. We're made up of ions that are negative and positive, and that's how our heart works, and that's how the rhythm of everything works quite
Mhm.
nicely too. And actually, hypercalcemia can actually result in overactive parathyroid glands as well too. So those ones, the parathyroid glands, I think they sit on top of the
They're just like,
thyroid
I think they're
and
just like
behind,
sort of
eh?
tucked in behind. They're tiny
Yeah,
little tucked in behind. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And that definitely it is part of that calcium um, process when it comes to the parathyroids. So
Most definitely. And I don't know too much about parathyroid. I don't that much, so I don't want to speak on it, but
I haven't pulled
it's
up any research this morning, Wendy. If you're wondering why, because I try not to break up and lose you. So
no, that's fine.
I'm
Um,
asking you all the questions this morning.
Oh, lovely.
Mm.
Okay. The one thing I did want to say is with regards to milk and leaching the bones of calcium as a result, is the fact that calcium is an alkaline mineral. So when we take in calcium, magnesium, you may know that your basic tabs, I think, has calcium in it.
Mhm.
It's one of these things that really helps to alkaline the body, which is what we really want with regards to acidity and
Mhm.
alkalinity and stuff like that. And since calcium is an alkaline mineral, it's thought that the body actually sacrifices calcium from the bones to neutralize the rise of blood acidity. So when we are very acidic in the body, the body tries to neutralize that by pulling
Mhm.
the alkalinity out of your bones as a result. So yeah.
Yeah, I this week I did a urine strip, I, and
Oh,
my for pH, and I was acidic, so more acidic than normal. So I was like, shit, too much coffee, and not focusing on that lemon water, even though I'm supposed to be doing the lemon water in the morning. You know, you kind of get up and go and you kind of forget about it. So the last few days or this week, it's all lemon water in the morning, lemon and lime on my salads, and the basic tabs are actually upstairs on the table because I want to remind myself to keep taking them as I'm trying to turn that acidity around, because osteoporosis in my family is huge, right?
Yeah. And the thing is too, when we take in dairy products, our bodies become acidic. And that's the whole, that process of thinking that you're going to get more from milk products, more calcium and whatnot. That's not how the body works.
And I think it's with, when you're looking at calcium and the importance of the synergy of it, or the metabolism of it, or the symbiosis of it, you need to have the other components to make it work better, right?
Yeah.
You need to have the magnesium, you need to have some boron, you need to have vitamin K, you need to have vitamin D, and they're all at such a unique level that it's necessary. But you have to remember, this is one thing I do want to say. Please only take the recommended daily dose of K if that's what you're taking. If not, it's very available in most foods. But you don't, if you were thinking, I keep hearing about upping my vitamin D, do not up your vitamin K. Like, don't do that. But it's necessary for bone, right? The K is necessary for the bone production. And it's so amazing. I'm actually gonna run upstairs and grab the basic tabs. Is that okay?
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. I'm just going to, talk to people about
never mind the mess behind
when they're lacking calcium, that it really does play a big role in all the other electrolytes that you're taking in as well too. So I mean, even something like if you happen to take in high sugar or carbonated beverages, so even Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi or diet drinks of any kind that are carbonated, this can actually alter the electrolytes in your body because of the nitrates and the phosphates that are in a lot of carbonated beverages. And this can make a big difference with your absorption levels. It can shift off make you extremely acidic, first of all, but it can also take a toll on the absorption of calcium, vitamin D, and all these other electrolytes in your body as well too. And this is, one of the things we don't talk about. We just say, oh, stop drinking, pop, and, cut down your carbonated beverages. But it's those phosphates that are not good for you, that you really are shifting everything in your body with regards to that. So talk to us about basic tabs, love.
So the basic tabs you're taking like in between, and you're trying to balance out. So it does have that beautiful combination of the calcium, magnesium, potassium, and the sodium. So, and I love it because it's a no-brainer. And it is just to help it. So while you're eating an alkaline diet and you're trying to overcome these health challenges and sort of change the how you feel, even that acid reflux, that's a really big indicator you're acidic, right? That's really at the high end of things. But if you're looking for a really simple way to turn it, and it comes with the strips as well. And so it's really easy. And I love that it is. And any time that I've taken them, I've never felt like it's bothering me. And I love that about actually the Biomed products, is that they haven't, it doesn't matter whether I'm on an empty stomach or full stomach, they don't bother me.
No.
And I have the vitamin D here.
Oh, nice.
And do you know what I love about the vitamin D? And this is
oh, you're gone again. Vitamin D is one of those things that's really helpful for absorption for many things. Again, one of those things that you don't want to overdo without consulting, coming in and seeing Dana and I with regards to how much you should be taking. It's an individual thing for sure, that because I think, are you back?
I'm back. You were gone.
You were gone.
No, you were gone. I was going to say, everyone's always looking for a really good vitamin D, right? And so I always think, what's the best bang for the buck, honestly, when I'm thinking about things. Wendy's vitamin D drops there's 536 drops in there.
Oh, I know. It goes on forever. I keep thinking, is this the end yet? Is this the end yet? Nope, there's still more coming out. Yeah, I love it.
I think it's incredible. But yeah, the basic tabs I've found really, really beneficial, and they're fast acting and very absorbable. So I just thought, like, if you're looking for something to help pH, certainly get in touch with Wendy. She has her links everywhere. I think there was a sale on for March anyways with the Biomed products, but we have an order going in soon, or we can order it from Full Script for you and you can get access to that. And I think Wendy has an access link to that with most of her stuff. So
I think the Full Script actually might have basic tabs in it, which is very easy for people to access.
It's just
online dispensary and then deliver it right to your
amazing
house. So, yeah.
Because it's so true. If you have an acidic lifestyle or acidic sort of tendencies and you're going through that transition, your bone health will suffer.
Oh yeah, it is. I mean, that's why it's so important for women as we go through our menopausal years that they like even at 50, it's recommended by Health Canada that we start even just start taking the calcium supplement. But again, understanding what that calcium supplement is, how because there's different kinds of calcium and different absorptions of calcium and how it really does affect everything within your system. So not just grabbing something off of the shelf at Costco and thinking that you're going to get a good deal and, oh, it doesn't look like basic tabs in here. Sorry, I'm doing 3 things at once here. This is normal.
Which is normal.
You wonder why
and I'm like, I'm actually not Googling this morning. I'm actually here. But to me, I'm just like, oh, my pH strips are over there on the other desk. I should probably go get them. But
yeah, actually basic tabs are in here and they cost $30.99. But when you come into my my full script, you get I think it's a 10 or 15% discount on it, stuff like that. Anyway,
so that's like $1 a day.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, actually, because you're
taking 6. Well, on a good protocol, you're doing 6 tablets a day in between meals, 2 tablets 3 times a day, and but really, when you're wanting to make an effect and do those changes, I think it's really, really important. And I actually just found them because I'm cleaning, right? So I should probably put those basic tabs. So just let me go get them.
Yeah, on when you're on your healing journey, and I talk about this a lot, where there's a difference between a healing journey and your health journey. So when you're on a healing journey, when you have an issue that you're really wanting to reverse or get a hold of or make sure it doesn't get any worse, you really want to follow the protocols to the letter. I know Dana, she just recently had a tooth extraction. So we put her on a protocol of the immune power or whatever situation, and this was part of the thing. So she had to take certain things or certain times. And
it was interesting. My dentist, as crazy as he is, like he's crazy, but he's like, you don't need probiotics, you don't need antibiotics, you should be fine. Your body will do what it's doing. I'm like, do I need stitches? He goes, no. Your body is supposed to fill that up all by itself. Yeah. So. Anyways, because he was like that, and I know that it's just the stress or this time of year being, it's supposed to be flu season. But it's interesting that that he has that concept of things. He knows overdosing on or using too many antibiotics has greater things. But I felt it important to rebuild the immune system after such a high stress, right? Yeah. And it was important for me to maintain the high vitamin C. And I tell you that boost, like even me thinking, I don't know, maybe it's just mind over matter. But that boost, I crave the acai berry. Like, I'm not sure if that's maybe my body just needs the acai berry, but it is so good. It is so good, honestly.
No, it's amazing.
I have to get more.
And the bioavailability of that that vitamin C boost is just, it's a little bit less. Like you'll see on the container itself, it says less milligrams of vitamin C, but you getting more into your system than say taking, because I was taking the NACA one where I was thinking 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C 2-3 times a day, during that flu season. and just, try to stay healthy and keep the immune system built up. But
So,
this one, you don't have to take as much, and you're getting more from it, which is an
so
amazing.
these pH strips here that I have, and I don't know how
Mhm.
old they are, and they're not from Biomed, so those must be up in my drug cupboard. Who else has a drug cupboard? I
Oh,
really have
wow,
to go through it.
yeah.
Really just want to get most of it's expired, and it's like, is it really expired? Is it really? Isn't it a homeopathic? Anyways, so and you're more familiar with these because when do you tell your clients to do your test stripping?
Well, depends again what you're doing it for. I mean, first thing in the morning for sure, but
Mouth of
then
saliva or urine?
well, those ones are urine, I believe.
These ones?
Yeah, are they not?
It, it doesn't say. It just says
Mm.
in the solution, test solution, soak it in the
Oh, well,
test
maybe you
solution.
could use saliva as well too.
No, no.
I don't really do saliva with my clients, just the urine ones, and it's just a basic overview.
What's the difference?
Don't know, to be
Is
honest. I haven't done the saliva. I've got a protocol for saliva testing. Um, again, yeah, unless it's like first thing in the morning, if you had coffee, if you've had water, I mean, all these things are going to warm water. All these things are going to be variables with regards to it too. So
whew, better than I was on the weekend.
a little bit
So
easier to
I'm a
do that than pee on it, I guess.
little bit, yeah, you don't have to pee on it. That's always, you're in. Did I get it? Did I get it? Anyways, the interesting, if you're ever wondering, for sure, it's interesting to see. I'm about a 6, so that's still on the acidic side of things, but maybe that's supposed to be for the morning. But I did have
Mhm.
a coffee. But it's certainly a great way. We don't do it by rule of thumb, and there are some theories behind it that your mouth is supposed to be acidic, your urine is supposed to be acidic because it's
Mhm.
fighting off the bacteria that's down there.
Mhm. Yeah.
And the mouth has the first stage of digestion, which is acidic. So it's interesting now. And then you've got the Kangen water, right? If you've never heard of a Kangen system, it allows you to
Alkaline
change.
water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it allows you to change the pH of the water, but then you get this acidic runoff out of it, or the wastewater. But that water you can use for pure cleaning, which is so amazing. And I don't know if I'm still alive, and I've lost Wendy, so it's nice to know that it's not just me. But some really nice natural food sources again are the spinach and kale, and it's always great to think of this when you are, and that's that whole macronutrient theory of things. When you are looking at trying to create the fourfold thing, you've got your fruits, your vegetables, you've got your fats, your proteins, you've got that, but you've got to remember, do you have a magnesium source, do you have a calcium source, do you have a protein source, right? Is there a multi-level component of fruits and vegetables in everything that you eat, and you're always eating the rainbow? So even when I'm making smoothies, it's that whole component to things. When we are looking at everything that I do, I'm always making sure I have that component, right? I have calcium in there. I do have a good source of protein. I do have the biggest complexity of fruits and vegetables in there. And that's why I use green powders. And even when we're talking about alkalinity, I always ensure that I'm using green powders to boost everything I'm doing. Um, and that's even yesterday with a salad that I'm trying to eat as best as I can. And it's nice because the warm weather has arrived. You're layering things, right? So you're adding your protein source. You're adding, I add nuts and seeds to mine. I add kale or spinach and romaine because I want that multi-level component to things. Fruits and vegetables and colors of the rainbow for the salad. And I don't know about you, and I don't know what kind of salads that you like. And what salad dressings you're really drawn towards. I'm really craving, and that's probably my body's need for detoxification. I'm really craving parsley, cilantro. That's detox for sure. But green goddess dressing. Oh my gosh, tarragon and yogurt, and it's a beautiful. If you've never had it before, buy it first and then make it. Oh, good Lord, it is absolutely incredible. And again, the nice thing about using yogurts and kefirs when you're talking about boosting your calcium supplement from different sources is that the lactase in there. Hey, Wendy,
I
the
don't know what
lactase in
happened.
those. That's okay. I was still talking.
Booted
I was
me out. I'm
talking
surprised
about.
that you kept going.
I know. I
Yeah.
was just like, am I going? Well, I'm going for it. I was saying about, making sure you're incorporating green powders for your alkalinity. And even when you're making salads, because I've been on a big salad kick this time, I think it's just spring, right? I'm like parsley and cilantro, and I'm just like, oh, Dana, do you ever need to detox if you're eating handfuls of parsley and cilantro? But when I'm building a salad, again, when I'm looking at food, I'm always making sure, is there a calcium source in there? Is there a protein source in there? And is there the best jam-packed source of fruits and vegetables that's going to provide all of those other nutrients, all the vitamins and minerals that I can do? So it ends up being layered. And I add my nuts and seeds on top. And then I was talking about Gaudessa dressing. Hello. I don't
Nice.
know. Tarragon right now is so delicious. It's a craving thing, and I think it's just the season, and I think it's the necessity. And I meant to look up yesterday what tarragon means and what it when you're craving it, because cilantro is heavy metals and detoxification.
Mhm.
Same as parsley is alkalinity and stomach healing. And but I didn't know what tarragon was, because have you ever had goddess dressing, goddess green goddess dressing? Oh my gosh. I picked up some plant-based one because I'm trying to always have salad dressing here for Jaden. But I think I'm going to try to make it. It
Yeah.
is so delicious. So delicious. Green is good. Oh, and she's gone again. And that's so nice. It's not my computer. So anyways, I really hope you guys have enjoyed the show today. And honestly, if you're ever wanting to be part of our show, we're going to start doing this on Thursdays as question and answer periods. On a Friday. On Fridays, we're starting to maybe invite some people in. Sorry, always invite the cat in. Invite some people into the show. So if you have something that you're passionate about, I'm actually saying on Fridays we might start inviting people in to help us or do or take over or talk about what they're passionate about, and also do some Q&As with us, and we can ask them questions. But
Yeah.
I think it's important, and so even with my vision with Wise Divine Women, is to share their wisdom, right? Because that's what we're here for. We're here to share wisdom and grow with one another and create legacy. So if you're needing to talk more about calcium and how that affects your diet, get a hold of us. You can always book a soul session with me. You can always get in touch with Wendy. I mean, we started late today because someone had a big question for her that she had to address. So we're here for you. The basic tabs are incredible, especially if you're wanting to start to change the aspect of your body. I know Wendy has the shred on right now, but she is ramping up to do her spring cleanse, which is all about everything beautiful spring-wise and cleansing.
Yeah. Yeah, actually the spring cleanse is on right now, and we are finishing our monthly shred
Shred.
today,
Mm.
and we're going to be working on mirror work. So going
I
from really working the body so much as working our insides and learning to love ourselves on a deeper level. And I'm really looking forward to this because I did this work back years and years and years ago when I took my my yoga teacher training, and I was a mess. I mean, but I worked through it, and was able to come out the other side understanding and feeling how powerful mirror work is. And if you get a chance to follow along, I really encourage anybody to try it. I mean, even try to look into your eyes in the mirror and hold that gaze. And even think the thoughts that I am beautiful, or I love you, or say these words out loud, even if you dare.
Mhm, mhm.
And it's hard. It's really hard. And you can see exactly where you're at if you're not able to do it. So
It's an important part, even with my mind body nutrition training. We did a lot of that focus as well, and a lot of study in the focus of mirror work. So it's important. That's for sure. That's for sure.
it is. Yeah, one of those most powerful things that you can probably do for yourself. So it's a great thing. I don't know how much of this actually got out to people today. We got jumped off and pushed off and then come back again and all over the place with this our show today. But it is what it is. So we just roll with the punches, I guess.
I was
So
just chuckling because it wasn't my internet. So it's like, oh
wasn't your
yeah,
internet?
not
But
at
I don't
all. I
know.
was still on the show. I still was staying live. So you were
Yeah,
gone. So I
I
don't
was
know.
gone. Yeah, no, I
It's
probably
okay.
did.
It happens.
Yeah,
We roll with it. But you're
yeah,
going to put your links on for the full script and for your for the
I
basic
did.
tabs, because I think it's really important if you're going to be getting calcium. And then the juice plus actually has that level of calcium component to it naturally through the plant based, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Juice Plus is not a vitamin. It's not a mineral
No,
thing like that,
but
but it is a whole food product, which
a whole
actually
food product.
allows you to take in all of that stuff as well
Yeah.
too. So
And I
that's
believe with the soul life, when you're talking plant base food, you're always looking at that aspect of what the body needs. It's going to pull out from those plants and whole foods. So
mhm, most definitely. You'll have to give me a link or let me know so I can start putting that link for Soul Life out there at some point.
yes, it's in my link tree,
Oh, it's in
actually.
your link tree. Perfect. Okay.
Everything's there.
So
I've updated everything and it's all good. Um,
okay.
hmm.
Let
I
me give
think,
me 2 seconds. I'm gonna look for your link tree link and I'm gonna put it
well,
up for people to grab.
it's linktr.ee / Dana Irvine, Irvine.
Yeah, that's right. I have a hard time
And
with that. I follow links better, so I'm just putting it in here for
yeah,
people.
for sure, for sure.
And yeah, and we're going to talk a little bit more about the soul life as we go on. It's probably a lot more next week too, because we're going to be diving into
You're doing
magnesium.
magnesium. So
Yeah. So
um,
well,
tomorrow we
for
may pre-record because I have a tax appointment.
yes, might be we might not get so chopped up if we do anyway. So
So tomorrow it's about fulvic and humic acids,
yeah,
right?
that's
And
interesting because I don't know anything about that. So
it's so fascinating. I'm not even
mhm.
gonna lie to you, and it's just so natural. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways, see you tomorrow.
All
Have a
right,
great day.
guys. Love you. Take
Love you
care.
all. Have a good day. Be blessed.
Bye.